Hello and welcome to another episode of Inner Magic Podcast. Lately, more and more often I'm seeing people being frustrated, arguing, getting into the conflicts, like something it's always bothering them, and everything gets in their nerves. And then they create a situation, they start shouting on the wrong place, in the wrong time. And most of the time, this has nothing to do with the actual situation. It's only their inner feeling of unfulfillment that it's actually coming out. This frustration is coming out. It's like when we are eating something that we really don't like, and you finish the meal and you are actually no longer hungry and you don't need the food actually, but something is missing because you didn't satisfy all these feelings of we get when we are eating something we really like. So you start to reach out for snacks, for something sweet, something extra, because something is missing. And that's happening because you didn't feed what actually needs to be fed. And that feeling of inner emptiness and the need for action, the same feeling, it's actually happening when we are unfulfilled, when we are living unfulfilled life, when we don't have any project we work on. Then we are creating conflicts, we are creating situations unconsciously to get this dose of adrenaline that our body needs. Like sliding on a water slide, for example. When we are getting this feeling, yay! And this is what our body is craving for. And this is why it's important that everyone has a project to work on. Something that completely absorbs us in a way that we forget about time. To be in that kind of space without space and time. Completely immersed in what we are actually doing. And this is the space where the spirit and the mind and the body aligns. And this doesn't even have to be working on your own business. It could be simply just you set your time, maybe 1 hour a week, for some creative work. Or maybe you like watching films and you will be try rating them before the official results are out. And anything, it could be really anything. This is maybe why years ago people were collecting stuff. People would collect anything, badges, empty cans, keychains, mugs, t-shirts, I don't know what, all sorts of things. But the point is to have something that is yours, something that you are actually building, something that stretches your boundaries, that you have a feeling that you are growing, you are learning, and that in the same time relaxes you because it fully absorbs you and gives you that feeling of fulfillment. And when we don't have something to fulfill us in that way, emotionally, intellectually, creatively, then we are looking for substitutes. And these substitutes are usually some kind of drama, gossip, conflict, endless scrolling, proving ourselves on the wrong time, wrong place, maybe with our friends, our parents, our family, maybe at work. And this is all because we simply cannot stay on a status quo. We can for some time, and it can be very comfortable. We enjoying it. We don't want to change, but change is inevitable. Energy of stagnation eventually starts to feel like an inner stress. Even when we live our purpose, even when we are building our soul business, even when we really do what we love, there is always another level. There is always another lesson, another boundary to move. And this growth never stops. And this is why it's so important that everybody has some kind of project to work on. Instead of letting life to give us this adrenaline through frustration and through conflicts and stuff like that. And this project can really be anything, like drawing, writing a book, deepening some spiritual practice, working on yourself, working with a coach, with a therapist. The thing that it's important, it's that gives you this sense of movement. Because stagnation, it's actually the thing that it's making you nervous. And this kind of movement, any kind of movement, calms us down, brings us back to the body. All these thoughts that they were running through our heads, just like they're sink down into our body, and our breath slows down and it deepens, and it calms down the entire our nervous system. So maybe if you are feeling this kind of frustration for whatever reason, maybe you can simply ask yourself, what is this one thing that would really make me happy to do now? And if you don't know what is it, maybe you can make a list of 3 things that were making you feeling happy anytime in the past. And then choose one and dedicate some time to do it, at least maybe 1 hour per week. Because when we move, the life moves with us. And maybe this is the task for you to do today. In any case, I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. Bye for now.